Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Feel the Snow. In the last episode, we found the lair of the ancient machine, and we tried to show it just how tough our snow lady is, but unfortunately it did best us. So today we're going to go back to the ancient machine to try again to defeat it for the Markins, and you guys left me some pretty good tips and advice. One of them was to actually get this trapper skill, which of course is in the archery branch, so it's the last one that we've taken a look at, but I did get just enough skill points to get us this trap skill. So what it does is it sets a trap for catching a target when triggered, and this should help us with those little slimes that like to bounce out of the ground and heal the ancient machine. So we might as well see how it works first before we actually go in there. Let's put our trapper skill right down here, and then we can use it on this little guy that's nipping at our heels. There we go. Yeah, so it traps them right away, and it kind of hurts them as they're in there too, and then we can even hit them more so that they pop a little bit faster. Okay, so if we leave this trap, oh geez, this is a big one. Let's leave it on this guy. Yeah, if we leave the trap right in front of those little areas where they pop out of the ground, then hopefully they'll go straight into the trap and they'll stay there for a little while. That'll give us just a little bit longer to chip away at their health before the ancient machine heals with them. But the other thing you guys mentioned that we might want to try is the bombs. So I thought we would buy a whole bunch of bombs from Roland today to take up there too, and maybe we could try dropping them right next to the big panels that the ancient machine has. Hopefully that'll help do just a little bit more damage as we're trying to dodge all of the lasers and missiles that it's throwing our way. I mean, they were not kidding when they said that the ancient machine crafts all of the weapons in the land. It certainly does. It gets a little bit tricky to really focus on one thing at a time when there are just so many lasers flying directly at you. But hello, Roland, I am ready to buy a whole bunch of bombs. In fact, we'll go ahead and buy 10 of them so that we have plenty to use in case they do end up working pretty well. And then we'll have to plop them in our inventory somewhere. You know, I think maybe we'll eat one of our baked yams now just to get our hunger up all the way, and that way we'll have extra space in here for the bombs and the trapper skill and all of our magic too. Our sword is getting a little bit low on durability as well, and our tantalum armor. Okay, so we're going to have to keep a very, very close eye on that because we certainly don't want our tantalum armor snapping in the middle of battle with the ancient machine. That would be a disaster. But I think Roland might actually be able to repair that for us. I vaguely remember that there was an option to repair our weapons and our armor, so we'll have to take a look at that later on once we defeat the ancient machine. We need to save all of our little robot friends from the rust of their town. All of their houses are rusting away thanks to the Markins actually. And the Markins are only doing what they're doing, stealing all of those spare parts because the ancient machine is telling them to. So we definitely need to put a stop to this guy. Now it's not too far away, thankfully. This is the giant lair of the ancient machine, and it's right in the middle of all of those doors. But since we already flipped all of the switches, we shouldn't have to worry about wasting any time with that this time. That took a really long time just getting all of those switches, and I think part of it was because we had all of those little diode monsters. I'm not sure what they're called, but those machines floating around there kind of shooting at us as we were trying to figure out where the levers were. Those guys right there, and they are going to be a little bit of a nuisance as we make our way back into the center. But they do give us quite a bit of experience points. Those are basically what I was using to level up our snow lady to get all of those skill points so we could actually get our trap. Let's see if we can maneuver our way around these guys though, because I don't really want to, oh geez, use up all of our health potions. Well, we can't maneuver around this guy, so let's get rid of you if we can with our ice spikes and our ice ball. They definitely have a little bit of a better shot than I do. They often end up hitting us, but we're just like a little bit too off with our ice ball magic, and then they go into that little curled up armadillo position, so we can't hit them at all. I think we should be just about done with this guy though, because they do tend to hide away when they're really close to getting finished off. So let's see, one more hit maybe? Maybe one more, and now we have a second one after us? Really? Really? This is not what our snow lady needs to deal with right now. Oh my goodness. That was really, really close. You guys, like, hang on a second. Let me collect my bearings here. There are way too many enemies on the screen. Let's get rid of both of you if we can with our ice spikes. There we go. There's one. There's one done. Now we just need to get this guy in the right location so I can actually hit him with our magic. The shield does pretty well well when you're up close, but these guys tend to shoot further back, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea for me to use that. But let's use yet another one of our health potions. I mean, we're not even in the boss battle yet. This is why it took so long last time, because these guys are so tricky. But they do drop these diodes, so I'm curious to see what we're going to be able to make out of those later on if we do find any recipes. So far there haven't been any in this area, but I would imagine there must be something that we can make with the diodes. Something probably quite strong too, because they're strong enemies themselves. So let's try yet again to defeat this crazy monster. Now I wonder how long the traps are actually up for, because I do definitely want to place the traps, I think right about here. This was about where the slimes came out on both sides. So we'll have to pick a location to place them and just hope that the slimes happen to hop right in that direction. Hopefully they're not smart enough to hop around them either, because that would really save us some time if we trap one. But okay, here we go. No more stalling. Here we go. Let's try again to defeat the ancient machine. We'll place a trap right there. We don't want to go in the middle too much. Oh geez, because he shoots those giant lasers out of his mouth like that. Now let's try using our magic this time. I think that's definitely going to help us, because it's definitely our strong suit. And those lasers, man, I think we might have to block with our shield. Yeah, when he does that. Okay, that might help us out. Okay, I think our trap may have actually broken, so why don't we place one over here too? And then we'll throw some more of those ice spikes right at that guy. Yeah, that really seems to work very well. So if we can use our magic and try to get out of the way of these lasers. Oh my gosh, all of the lasers and the missiles are really what makes it so hard to figure out what you're doing. And there we go. Okay, this guy's stuck in the traps. Let's go way over here. Hopefully this guy won't hit me with his lasers. And then let's try to get rid of this guy before he heals him. Okay, we got one. And now this one over here. Don't go in there, little guy. Don't go in there. There we go. I think we took care of it just in time, just barely. Let's try to use our bombs too if we can. Let's see if that works any better, but we have to wait until that is open. And there's those slimes yet again. Let's go ahead and hit that guy, and then zip over here and hit this guy too with the ice magic so that it slows them down just a little bit more. And then we'll chop away at this one and dash back over to this one. Oh no, don't go in there, little guy. Oh my gosh. He healed him completely. That really gives him all of his health back. Oh, that is not good. So let's try these bombs and see if this works. We'll drop a whole bunch right in front of it, and hopefully it'll do some damage. Yeah, it did, but I think it also hit us, so we'll have to be careful. I mean, at least it's something, but still, I think our magic is probably the better thing to focus on. Let's try again to place our trap right over here. Hopefully it's not going to get blown up by all of these missiles. And then we'll go back to using all of our magic on the machine, and here they are again, these mischievous little slimes. Let's get rid of you as fast as we can. It looks like we're actually running low on food too, so that might not be a good thing. I think we're going to have to find a chance to eat when it slows down a little bit, because it does give us some breaks. And I have also noticed too that when it makes that noise, that's when it's going to shoot its lasers out. So I typically put up the shield to soak up some of that damage. Now let's see if we can hit it with the ice spikes before it closes. There we go. We're starting to get there. I think we're about like a quarter of the way through our health. Let's go ahead and eat one of our health potions though. I think we're gonna have to take the Eskimo too. And oh no, the slime. Let's drop the trap there really quickly, but I don't think that worked. Oh shoot, we're not going to be able to get this guy. Let's try to block at least one of them. The other one definitely got there, but it doesn't look like it actually healed. Maybe the health is separate from each side then. That would be interesting, but we need a chance to eat. So let's go ahead and eat one of our big tams. Oh, get out of the way, little snow lady. There we go. Just barely, so she's not going to starve. And let's have the Eskimo too, so we can move a little bit faster as we place down our traps yet again right in front of this place where the slimes like to spawn. Let's go ahead and try to finish off with this side of the machine then. If it is separate, that would actually be pretty good, because then at least we don't have to worry about it healing the entire machine if we happen to miss these slimes. Oh, we can drop down multiple traps too. Okay, I was wondering about that. So we could actually place a trap on both sides if we do this right. Let's go ahead and put up our barrier though and zip over here before this guy gets to the spot. The traps do disappear, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, but if we could possibly place down a trap on each side, then that would be much easier, because we wouldn't have to zip quite so fast between them. Let's go ahead and block these lasers though. There we go. We're getting the hang of it. Slowly but surely. Every time we hear that noise, we have to block. Then we'll come over here and place a trap right on the opposite side, and then zip right back over before this guy can shoot his giant mouth laser. That is the deadly one. That is definitely the one that we're going to have to watch out for as we're going between these two places. And there we go. There's the slimes again. So we'll go ahead and trap this guy and then hit him with the ice spikes. That gets rid of him. And yeah, this guy's already trapped over here, so we can take him out too. I think we're just about halfway done with this guy, so maybe we're almost done with the health on this side. We'll have to place some more traps down just in case though, because I certainly don't want it healing all of the damage that we've done. I wonder if the slime can still heal the side of the machine if we completely take care of it. We'll have to see. Yeah, there we go. Now it's done. That side is done, and it looks like we still have a slime coming out over here, so let's get rid of you. We definitely don't want you undoing all of that work we just did. And then we'll have to zip way over here, and oh no, I think we were too late. But yeah, it didn't actually heal any damage, so it must go by side. So that means we have to be particularly careful that this one doesn't get healed. Yeah, here we go again. So let's use our barrier and hit this guy with the ice spikes to get rid of him. There we go, and then come back over here because now we have to really watch out for both of them. Oh shoot, that guy just barely snuck in. I should have hit him with the sword, but I thought that the barrier would be enough. Maybe if we place the traps a little bit further up so they have more time to hop into it. I'm not sure. Let's zip back over here and place one over on this direction too though, because we don't want to forget about this. We'll place it right here, and then let's use, oh shoot, the rest of our bombs. Oh, that was close. That was really, really close. We'll place them all right down there in a line and let them explode as we heal ourselves. At least Ninus couldn't heal herself. Like, I think that's part of the reason why this one is so hard, because she wasn't healing herself as far as I know. And this one can undo all of the damage that you cast on it if you can't get to the slimes fast enough. So it is very, very hard to keep track of everything at once, especially with all of the lasers coming out in your direction. Let's place this down right here and get this guy right away. Actually, we might as well just get this guy right away just in case. There we go. He's inside his little pod over there, and we'll try to get this guy before he goes in, push him out of the way. Excellent. Just barely, but we did push him out of the way. And then this guy too. So we managed to stop him from healing that time. Honestly, a few more rounds ought to do it. We are dangerously close now to defeating this guy. So as long as we don't mess it up here, we should be good. It is just craziness here, like complete and total chaos. But we are so close now. I mean, we can't give up. We are so close. I would absolutely hate to die now. Let's go ahead and heal up though. We have 18 health potions left, so I mean, we're still doing okay despite all of the health potions that we wasted just trying to get here. Look how close we are. Let's drop another trap on this side just in case, just to be safe, and then throw some more ice spikes at it. We might be able to do it if we're fast enough. If we're fast enough before it closes its doors. Oh my gosh, look how close that is. Look how close. Maybe we could finish it off with our sword. There we go. I think we actually did it. Did we really do it? Creature, halt your assault. You must not destroy this unit. The plant will become unstable. Unstable, I mean, really? After all that we just went through, you call that unstable? You're bluffing. What could possibly happen? This unit's security system will go on full alert, releasing deadly toxins for miles around. This unit was malfunctioning due to disrepair of my side panels. Oh, so that's why they wanted the spare parts. Your last attack realigned the module, and this unit is now stable. By, destroying both of his two sides here. Okay, sure, we realigned it for him. We weren't fighting him, we were realigning his parts. Allow this unit to live, and it will never bother you. So we can actually either spare it or kill it? Well, I mean, he did say that he's going to release, deadly toxins if we kill him, so that might not be the best idea, especially because the Markins and the robots live so close by. So why don't we believe this guy? I mean, he has a little green bar now instead of red, so surely he's good, right? Green means good, so we'll go ahead and we'll spare the robot. Oh, who are these guys? They look adorable. Squirt, how dare you interfere with us? Oh, shoot. Are the Markins actually going to be mad at us because we didn't exactly defeat it? We stayed awake nights trying to gather the hearts. But why? And what are you? We lived side by side for centuries, then darkness came over the whole land. And now we have to wander in the snow in search of hearts. Days coming when you will meet face to face with a real nightmare. Then you'll be paid in full. Okay, so those were actually the nightmares, it sounds like, and we received the Elder Key? The Elder Key, what can we do with that? The end of early access content. At the moment, further storyline is under construction. Thank you for participating in the early access period. So yeah, this game is still technically in early access. I almost forgot because we spent so long playing and there was so much for us to do. But that means that we have completed everything that we technically can as far as the plot goes, as far as all of our missions goes, and now we have the Elder Key. Let's try to safely make it back to the house. So we'll sneak around all of these robots, and then we'll place our portal right outside of this crazy lair because I think our snow lady needs a good long break after all of that. If we don't die here. If we don't die here now with all these robots, there we go. Home sweet home, finally. So that was absolutely insane. I'm still kind of shaking over how hard that battle was, much harder than Nina's. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that she at least didn't heal herself. Like, the ancient machine was absolutely terrible with all those little slimes bouncing around because you had to be on your toes on both sides at all times. But now it is done and our snow lady can breathe a sigh of relief. I think because now we have this Elder Key and it sounded like the nightmares were none too pleased with us. None too pleased with them getting rid of that big ancient machine who was probably supplying them with all of their powers. Now, as far as I know, based on the developer's Twitter feed and whatnot, they are working on another big update for the game. So if we do see another update, another story update, or more content to play with, then I will definitely jump right back into the series and pick up where we left off. And in fact, let's make sure that we place this Elder Key somewhere very, very safe. Do we have some space inside one of our chests? Right here, right in the middle, in fact. So we have the Elder Key right next to all of our mana crystals, our blue rings, and our ice drills. We have amassed quite the little fortune of items here, all sorts of different parts and pieces and diodes. Like, I guess there's nothing that we can really make from those just yet, but I would be willing to bet that pretty soon, once the update comes out, there probably will be. Let's take one last walk around the settlement too, just to visit all of our friends. Of course, we'll leave our door open. Our snow lady is more interested in picking up all of those little marshmallows off of the bushes to actually close her door. And in fact, I'm sure that we have left open a lot of the doors around the town because she doesn't exactly close them right behind her, does she? We have the old man up here who, of course, we met first. He was the only one inside this entire village. It has been a long time since we last saw you, and I think we even have the same bed, don't we? Very, very interesting. I did not notice that. Maybe that's why I inadvertently picked that color, because it's the same bed we started in. Then we have a Joe and his sweet shop over here too, with this little girl inside, the little snow girl. Do you see this huge candy? Yes, this sort of candy is hard to find. I really, really want one. She still hasn't been able to get any candy. I wish we could give her some. We could actually probably buy some from Joe now since we have so many of those coins. Yeah, I bet we could. Why don't we go ahead and buy one of these? There we go. Now we can say that we have one of these large candies that restores 100 hunger points. So if we were starving during that battle, then we would be able to eat it right away and our snow lady would be just fine. We also have this strange girl down here who really, really likes to sing, but otherwise there's not much that she does, so I wonder if there might be something coming for her later on. That would probably make sense in all these nightmares too. So we did see, I guess, some of the higher ups in the nightmares, I would assume. They looked very, very unique, very mysterious, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see them again as well. And last but not least, we have a Roland down here somewhere past all of these broken down houses. I would expect that we're probably going to see even more of these settlers at some point in the other broken houses, because this one was pretty run down too before Roland came back to repair it. We used up all of the bombs that we bought from him as well. I mean, they didn't do that much damage on the ancient machine in all honesty, but they were nice to throw down there when we were trying to run away and get past all of those missiles. But now I think it is time for our snow lady to get a nice long rest after that battle. She certainly needs it. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of our adventures in Feel the Snow, and I hope we'll get to revisit them very soon too. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!